Hey, what's going on? This is Melanie just going over the day 2 of the Shimmering Stars event of Merged Dragons. Right now, I am focusing my dragons on, I've let them passive harvest overnight on the twin life flowers. Ideally, I would want them to harvest on a flower that will allow for purple orbs. Things happened though yesterday, so my schedule just wouldn't allow it. So I just let them harvest what they could. Anytime I woke up in the middle of the night, I would merge orbs so that they would have more land to work on. And right now I'm seeing what orbs I can get to. So at this point, I have 2 of the blue orbs and 2 of the brown. So I'm going to make do with that and clear land and start working on having my dragons harvest the brambles, which are the weeds. And I want to get to 75 so that we can get to our next goal. So I've cleared some land, which is great. That's another star down. I'm going to have my dragons start working on those brambles. Harvesting away. And I can tell you right at this point that there's not enough. I still need to heal some more land. So I'm going to have to go to the next orb and release it and see how many more brambles I can get in that one. Before that though, I'm merging onto dead land so that my brambles don't have too much competition. My orb can focus on healing the land that has the brambles and not something that could have been merged onto. There we go. So now I'm going to go ahead and release the next orb. Another thing I did too before I released the next orb is I was looking at the land to see what the number was to heal it. You want to focus on the land that's in the 500s before the 5000s so that you have an opportunity to heal more land. And I'm still not quite there yet. I still have 5 more harvests I need to do of the bramble. So I'm going to have to go into the brown, which is about 4,000 points each, to see if that will be enough to get me the brambles I need. And I can see a huge one there. So that's great. That's going to at least be 5 more harvests. So I'm going to let my dragon work on that and I'll achieve that star. So that my next quest is to create 3 of those huge orbs, and I apologize for missing the name, but I'll have to work on that next. And that's what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start setting up my board so that we can start achieving that next goal. I'm also getting things tidying up. You can see that I cleared off that island on day 1. There's a big strangle at the end, so I'm trying to use that in to place things that I don't need right away. That way the dragons don't put their orbs there. That gets a little cumbersome to try to heal or merge orbs when there's just little space there. You want your orbs to take up space on the board that has most land put together. I found a cloud key. I merged 3 bricks to create that pottery, and now I can merge onto some of that land as well and clear some of that. And I'm still working on that last bramble. Like I said, when it's big, it takes a minute it takes quite a few harvesting to get that put together. I also have some orbs I can clear onto the dead land. So I do have 1 green orb I can bring over and merge onto that dead land there. So that's great. Next, I'm going to start pulling out my bones and start getting those out of the way. I like to press on them. I like the satisfying sound they make. Merge. And then usually by that, if I can release it near those little flower things, then I can merge a lot easier. So at this point, I have about 2 twin life flowers. I still need to create, I need at least 1 more in order to have the next flower, which will allow me to harvest the purple orbs, which is what I want to get to. And I already have enough there, but I'm just seeing if there's any more opportunity for multiple of those flowers or anything else. And if not, then I'll just sell to get rid of them. So I did have enough for a 5 merge. So I have 2 twin light flowers. I only need 1, so I'll eventually sell one of those. So there's the flower I need. And I'm going to sell that one. I'm going to start merging some of my orbs to get these purple orbs and start setting up the land so that my dragons can begin passive harvesting. So just kind of getting these items out of the way so that I can kind of clean up. What I'm going to do is start placing all of my orbs together, start placing all of my point items together. See, there's the dragon working on a level 2 that I unfortunately uncovered. So I'm going to have to make a decision about what to do with that. So again, right now just merging my point items. I do want my dragons to focus on, I do want to get that cleaned up as much as possible so that my dragons can focus on the orbs, harvesting orbs from the tree. So again, just cleaning up, I'm putting all my fruit items and anything else that's not really mergeable, but I might need as a cloud key over onto this island. Some of my level 1 point items are there as well. They're just going to hang tight until I need them. So now I'm selling anything I don't need. Merging my orbs. I got 2 of the green, so now I can merge onto this dead land. Merging my coins. So I know I'm going to come back to it, but I still have that level 2 item. So there's 2 ways I can approach the level 2 harvest item for points. One is I can sell it and make sure that when I do need to put my point items together that I'm merging by 5s up through level 2 so that I have enough to merge all of the items together. So that's the list there. The other is to leave it there and just keep it selected like it is right now. If I do that, I just have to keep an eye on it, make sure it continues to stay selected. My dragons won't be able to harvest from it. They'll still come to it from time to time and see if they can. They'll be redirected. The unfortunate side is that if I go in and I review, have them merge some of the orbs, I have to make sure it's reselected each time. That can be a bit cumbersome. So in this case, I'm going to sell it like I've already done. So now I'm just getting all my point items together and I'm going to get all of that cleared up. I'm going to have my dragons harvest. There's a few quick harvest items that my dragons can work on. So I'm going to get that all done and then we'll be set for today. For today, once I get this land set up, have them harvest everything that I can, I'm going to have them passively harvest that tree for orbs for basically probably today through possibly even tonight. So right now I'm having them harvest this quick item. Now we're down to this kind of quick harvest item that harvests level 1 of the points. So I went ahead and scattered the other items as well, which will allow my dragons to quick harvest. And these allow for harvesting of 3 of the level 1 items. And they look like cute little cards. So now I'm just kind of double tapping each of these and having them harvest, clearing up the land, and then I'll be able to merge. So there we go. Now those those scales are level 6 items. One of my next goals will be to have 5 of the level 7 items. So once I get one more, I'll have a level 7 and we'll just kind of leave it set up. So here's my land that's been cleared so far. That's a good amount of land to allow for orbs to fill up. Here's what land needs to be cleared so far. I have this land over here, which appears to be the highest level of the point harvest item. that might take a while to heal. Sometimes it's hard to get your orb set up just right so that you can heal that. So we'll leave it. Thanks.